Have you ever thought about making your own cranberry juice? Well, let me show you how. First, get yourself a colander full of cranberry. I use about 4 packages of this size, but you can probably get about 3 of the commercial bags. Wash your cranberries very, very well. I use fruit and veggie wash, to make sure that mine was nice and clean. First, I squirted it on. Then I put it everywhere, and I also soaked it. So I put it inside of the pot, filled it up with water, made sure no more of the wash was in there, because if the wash is all gone, that means the cranberries are cleaned very well. Then I drained these berries and cleaned out this pot again. So I didn't just use it the way it was. I cleaned out this pot after I drained my berries. Okay. So once you have your pot all cleaned and your berries all drained, then go ahead and fill your pot up with water. I used about a cup of organic sugar here. Fill your pot up to about a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, pretty high. So you want to get as much juice as possible. Cover it with a lid and then boil it until your cranberries are popped open and translucent like so. I think it took about 25 minutes. Okay. Then you take your cranberries and you go ahead and put them inside of a blender to make your juice. So I use my Vitamix, any high-speed blender that you have. Go ahead and put them inside of the blender. Put them in as high as you can, but not too high because you don't want it spilled out on the top. And you're going to have to do this a few times until all your juice is blended. This made about 128 ounces of juice. So go ahead and blend it. You want to get the most out of all parts of the cranberry. And then strain it with a funnel. So if you just use the strainer, you would get juice everywhere. So that's why I use a funnel. So you strain it into the funnel and let the funnel go into your jars. Put them in very clean jars that you've gotten out of the dishwasher or that you boiled nice and clean. And then you'll get your nice clarified strained cranberry juice. It's delicious. And like I said, it made about 128 ounces. Look how nice and clean and clear that juice is, and it's so nice and crisp. It wasn't too sweet. So you go ahead and take your pulp and you put it into silicone ice cubes, right? So we're doing zero waste here. So we made ourselves our cranberry juice. Now we're going to make frozen cranberry cubes. We are doing zero waste. Okay. So once you have frozen those, you can go ahead and release them and put them into a Ziploc. I release them by pouring them under water and then using a little knife. Now this example, I over poured my cubes, so that's why they're all stuck together like that. But you can just break them apart and put them into a Ziploc bag, and you grab a little cube anytime you want. For this, I made a watermelon smoothie. And I use all the watermelon that I want, and then just a couple cubes of cranberry. Makes a nice, yummy smoothie. I've also used a cube inside a limeade, so cranberry limeade, with just a cube of the pulp. So zero waste here. You can use them for a smoothie, for your limeade, for tea. Look at that. And you're getting cranberry, and the cranberry is good for UTIs. It's good for a sweet coochie. It's good for all kinds of things. So enjoy your fresh cranberry juice. If you want more recipes, go ahead and get my recipe guides. And don't forget to like and follow.